What is a cat's favorite Mark Twain novel? The Prince and the Pauper. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Happy Wednesday, and thank you for being here tonight. Welcome to Eek the Cat on the Super Nintendo. I hope this is playable. As you may or may not have noticed, the game is very dark. I was warned about this. I was warned that this game was very dark, maybe unplayably so in emulation, and we're on an actual Super Nintendo, and it still looks like this. So, hopefully this goes well. But welcome in, everybody. This will be a first playthrough, a blind playthrough. Hopefully it goes well, but either way, I'm glad to have you with us tonight. Dead Zergling, first in chat, followed by Uncle Muscles and Lucent Jelly. We've got a few lurkers as well. Welcome in, all. Uncle Muscles says, was just watching the Simpsons VOD, and I appreciate that. Thank you for that. And for those unaware, we may also play The Simpsons tonight, depending on how this game goes. If there's leftover time, it'll be dedicated to making another attempt or two at Bart versus the Space Mutants on the Genesis. But we'll have to wait and see about that one. And yeah, the Ocean. I saw the Ocean sign. I think Ocean made those. I think Ocean made those awful Addams Family games that I suffered through. So not thrilled to see that name again in the credits. Oh, Mark Twain again, Zergling says, to which Jelly says it's an alien engineer all over again. I do like when I could somewhat duplicate a joke. They become more amusing to me as they compound. Alright, let's start by taking a look at our options. We'll have to play it on hard difficulty. I was going to say we'll have to play it on hard difficulty if there's an option for it. And it appeared before I even had the chance to finish my sentence. We'll leave our attempts down at the default 3. And it looks like that's all we've got in the way of that. Let's press some buttons.
It never hurts to help.
I expected this screen to progress on its own. I idled here for so long, they popped up directions for me. What? Oh no. Wait, but no, wait. I have a feeling this is... The first mission is gonna be an escort mission? Oh! Oh no. I think... Go up! Ah, watch out for the dragonfly. I'll take the baby monitor tonight. Oh, alright, thank you, Jelly. I did forget to bring it down. But you could bring it to me if you wanted. I really hope this is just the first level and that the whole game is not granny escort missions. The kick feature doesn't work reliably. Nope, but... There we go. Oh no, where'd you go? Ah! I was almost ripped the run. Okay, so there's a giant pendulum up there we've got to worry about. Rip.
It never hurts to help.
Oh no. I have no point of reference for what's happening. So I remember, like, I remember the name of this cartoon. And I could have told you that there was purple involved. I don't think I would have been able to say for sure that the cat himself was purple. But I remember the advertisements being very purple dominated. Nope. Ah! Oh no. I'm doing so much worse. But I don't know that I ever even saw the show, so... If there's an explanation for what's happening here, I'm very much lacking in context. Okay, I think that does it.
Kumbaya!
Why Kumbaya? was really hoping this was going to be something different. I think this is going to be the whole game. Oh, no. Oh, but no, We're okay. I feel like the game is... I feel like the footage of the game is looking worse the longer I play. What is this? A mushroom with eyes? Alright, let me see if I can do anything to make this look better. If I keep pulling up the contrast and the brightness. Maybe it'll eventually look somewhat tolerable. This is looking better. There we go. Look at that. That doesn't look too bad. It looks better than it does on the CRT anyway. We need more brightness and contrast. Granny isn't gray enough. Alright, I think that looks pretty okay. 330 streams, Zergling. Thank you very much for the watch streak. Very much appreciated. Thank you for keeping that alive, even through the most trying of times. Oh no. Oh no. We're okay. Eek the Cat reminds me a lot of Courage the Cowardly Dog. I'm kind of in the same situation with Courage as I am with Eek. I never watched it either. I know of it, but only in the, like, barest possible way. Did I jump? Can you jump? No, I can't. I can't experiment. How do I get to the other side? Oh. Oh, the mushroom is bouncy. I didn't know that. Whoa. There's some serious momentum in this game. I have no idea what has happened to Granny. I have a weapon? Oh no. The, Rip. Hey, welcome in, Kisarigama. Thank you for joining us. And Board Jams, welcome in. Good to have you here as well. This looks like a Bubsy ripoff. Oh, this is very much its own thing. This game is, apparently this game is entirely escort missions. It's gonna be it's gonna be a long night. I have a feeling that's not going to be the last time that I lose track of where Granny is. Oh, but that didn't... I thought that mushroom would bounce her all the way to the top. So the thing about the kick is, I think you have to be moving. I think you have to be, like, actively pushing Granny for the kick to work. Like, you can't just run up to Granny and stand and like wait for her, or you can't just wait for Granny to like reach where you're standing and perform a kick when she gets to you. You have to be actively pushing for the kick to work. No. Well, that... Does the snake wake... The snake wakes up again, okay. So yeah, I'm glad I sat and watched a moment. That was important information. Retro Charity, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Alright, the porcupine up there, I'm not... Yeah, okay. Oh, we made it! Let's go!
hurts to help.
Oh. The title of this set of missions is Misereek, like misery. I thought that I was an apostrophe. I was just ignoring it because I couldn't figure out what Surik was supposed to be. I just 3 levels in, I learned to read the title. Alright, I don't think I can... Ah! Rip. Alright, well, I guess we find out. Are there continues? 3 continues.
It never hurts to help.
Oh. The continues set you back at the first level, so they might as well not exist. Oh, no. Alright, well. Here we go. Okay, so far I feel like I've run into every obstacle.
It never hurts to help.
So before, I thought that the press start dialogue was coming up because I was taking too long to press start, but you actually can't do it until that text appears. Oh no. Come on. Actually, I think we can just... Yeah. Oh no. Oh no! Okay, I've demonstrated 0 evidence that I learned anything.
Kumbaya!
Oh, but no, the fish were in a different pattern last time. I wasn't entirely sure whether or not that elevator coming down would flatten Granny. See, the giraffe works for both of us the same. Oh no! Getting flattened by that boulder reminds me of Wario. It's a very Wario type happening. I wonder if there's a time limit to our bridge ability.
It never hurts to help.
I was worried for a moment. I thought Granny had despawned. She was hidden behind the tree in the foreground. My heart skipped a beat. Oh no, what happened? So water is an instant death.
It never hurts to help.
Alright, I've got to find out if water... I can swim! Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know I could swim. Grandma Belmont. Oh, we can both fit on the wheel. I need that hamburger. No, but, hey, what? Oh, please. I disagree. Looks like there's something hidden down there. You see that? Not sure what to do about that. No. Okay, what we need to choose is no. There's no sense in wasting a continue when we restart at the beginning of World 1. Better off just taking it from the top. That was a really cool move there, Zergling says.
It never hurts to help.
I'm not really sure what those 4 icons down there in the bottom left are. I think that maybe those represent the hamburgers. And that there's probably 4 stages to this world. And if I get the hamburger on each stage, something special will happen. That's my current assumption. I need to make sure that I learn the locations of the hamburgers. No, what was that? There was something hidden back here. I heard there was a sound when I picked it up, but that wasn't the hamburger. Because I've seen the hamburger. And it was in another location. I think. Am I wrong? Oh, there it is, see? Wasn't wrong. I have seen the hamburger. What if there are 4 per stage? What if that's what that means? Not 1 per level, but 4 per stage. Yep. Okay, so Granny should be safe where I've stored her now. So I think I'm able to look around a little bit now. So we didn't collect this club. We already had it. Oh, there are 4 hamburgers per stage. There must be, because I've collected 3 now. I gotta find the 4th one. Ah. Alright, well that's gotta be it, right? Oh, maybe collecting the hamburgers is what allows you to continue from a particular stage. I've played a game that's done that before. Hercules did that. You couldn't actually continue unless you picked up a bunch of hidden items on the stage. This might be one of those. Ow. Well, I'm not going to get an opportunity. There's not going to be somewhere to conveniently store Granny on every stage. I'm not going to get much of an opportunity for exploring, I don't suspect. 4 hamburgers. There we go. But what's that mean? It means, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do an all-hamburger run. Greg's Retro Channel. Great to see you, Greg. Welcome in. Welcome to Eek the Cat, Super Nintendo. I think this game is going to prove to be pretty bad. it's unique. I have to give it that. Like, I feel bad, right? Because like, how much of a gamer am I really if I just want every game to be the same all the time? Every time a game is different, I complain about it. Ah, I can store Granny here. Now I can explore. I can leave Granny down there and I can explore. Let's go. Doing good. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Jelly and I, we got some very reassuring news today. There's still a long way to go, but regarding our hopes for IVF, we got a very encouraging report back today. So in this particular moment, I'm feeling very grateful and blessed. I hope you're doing well, Greg. You play games I've never even heard of. This one I've had sitting around for a while. I remember the cartoon that this was based on being a thing, but I don't think I ever actually watched it myself. I just remember it being advertised. So I don't know to what degree this is reflective of anything that's actually in the show. Why is my... Okay, so Granny's health meter runs down over time. We don't just have to worry about damage, but we have to worry about old age. Okay, those hamburgers respawned. I suppose it could be that there are more than 4, that the hamburger counter is... No, I don't think so. I was going to say that the hamburger counter might be total number of hamburgers for each, or might be a hamburger quota for each world, but that there could exist more than... Like it says there, like that means collect 4 hamburgers, but that could be for the world, and then there's more than 4. I don't really think that's how it's gonna work. Hey Tommy, welcome in. Hey, thank you, Tommy. Appreciate the good wishes. And yeah, that's our big hope for the year. I kind of shared that early on, and then I've kind of been going back and forth with like how vague I am when I reference it. Just I don't know. I want to let people know what's going on, but then I also don't want to just dominate the stream chat with what is like kind of a big and sometimes sensitive topic. I need to leave Granny down there yet because I don't know. Where the other burgers are yet. I definitely do very much appreciate the positive wishes. Thank you for that. Probably be very little, if any, relation to the show, Greg says, like most TV-based, TV and movie-based video games of the 90s. Oh, extra life? Alright, well, that went poorly. I saw another burger. So that's 3, I think? Uh-oh. I really don't quite understand what's happening with the snake. No? Oh, I have been over here. Whoa. Hey, Stubby, welcome in. I know where Grandma is. I haven't lost Grandma. I've stored her somewhere safe. She's just right down here. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you are well tonight. I mean, we're dead now. For sure. I don't know where the last burger is.
Kumbaya!
Why does Eek yell out Kumbaya? Like, he says it, like, the same way that, like, the Ninja Turtles would say Cowabunga, or Bart would say "ay caramba," but like it doesn't mean the same thing. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's not an exclamation like that. Hey, scheming miter, welcome in. I feel like I'm to blame here. Not entirely. This has been a game that's been on my mind for a while. You did help me remember it, though. And I thought since we just played Family Dog, what a nice pairing, right? Dog and cat. I am filled with regret. I am filled with regret already now. This game's pretty rough. I'm trembling in excitement. I was reflecting on the irony, or the, it's not really the right word. I was reflecting on how it is that, like, allegedly I want games to be unique and do different and interesting things. But when a game comes along and it dares to have a unique kind of mechanic to it, all I do is complain about it. In the case of poor Eek here. Never played this one, but it did the similar Rocco's Modern Life. I didn't. That one I don't think that I knew had a game. It's also an escort mission game. Yeah, I did not know I was getting myself into an escort mission game. I had managed to stay blind to that fact. I think I'm just gonna have to be satisfied with 3 burgers. I can't seem to work out where a 4th could even be. I thought maybe down below, like in the water, but I don't think I can get below the bridge. I don't know that we can jump down and through platforms. Put that stone there. Although it does seem like... No? That was where the extra life was. Maybe the extra life counts as a burger. How's that for some seriously damaged wishful thinking? No. Oh. No. Rip.
Kumbaya!
Oh, the extra life keeps respawning. I didn't take that into account. I have as many tries as I want on this stage then. I can be here forever, it's no problem. Oh. Okay. I actually figured out a little bit about how the controls work just now. If we want to kick Granny, she has to be facing away from us. That's why I've had some trouble getting the kick to execute. Is it won't work if she's like, I can't kick her right now. I would have to press the button to release her and make her walk the other way, and then I would be able to kick her. I wish there was something that... I guess maybe the grass here? I don't know. No? I don't... I wish there was something that telegraphed where that stone's gonna fall. Not even a hint of crumbling rocks for its landing. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any indication of any type, which is unfortunate. Just above or below. Because I remember it's there, and then I go looking for it, but a lot of times, like, I pause to, like, cautiously wait in the exact spot where it's gonna come down. No! Oh, rip Granny. Gonna lurk. Thank you for the lurk. Very much appreciated.
Kumbaya!
Oh, I'm not getting very far very quick. I have seen the third stage once, but that was before I decided I should be looking for collectible hamburgers. Decided/realized. The momentum, you know what? The momentum is rather Bubsy-like. I feel like it's got to be in the wall over here to the right. It's not in the wall over there to the right. I think there's got to be just 3 burgers on this stage. I've looked everywhere. This game is very picky about where you have to stand to hit these snakes. And the porcupine.
It never hurts to help.
Now there are 7 burgers. I don't... Okay. Then why not? I disagree. We're supposed to both be able to stand on the thing. I learned that last time. The game tricked me into pushing her off. Okay, I think I learned that... Okay. Never mind what I think I learned. How? How do we cross that gap? I mean, really, it's starting to seem like Granny would be much better off without my help. Okay, so that hand is going to turn her around every time. So that's actually a safe spot. She can just hang out there while I explore. Because there's got to be something I can find to make a bridge. Ah!
It never hurts to help.
No. Oh my goodness.
It never hurts to help.
Okay, the burgers do not relate to our continue situation. I was wrong in that assumption. Okay. I don't know if I can, one, interact with that alligator or not. That's okay, I wanted to go this way anyway. 2...3... 4... Subject Omega, welcome in. Appreciate you taking the time to make a cameo. One, 2. Come on now. The momentum is such that I can't. It's very difficult to have enough momentum to make this jump, but then not have so much that you are forced to slide into the snake. You need a very specific in-between amount. You can only... So, when you're pushing Granny, you can switch which side you're pushing her from. But you can only do that when you're pushing her from the front. Now, I come behind and push. I can't actually switch. I can only release her if she's already walking the same way as me. And that... See, the thing is, like, things like that, which... there's a little bit of inconsistency in the controls, and like I know it's not technically inconsistent because you are interacting with Granny in a different way, but it's too similar, right? Both are pushing actions, so pushing against her momentum and pushing with her momentum, they're both pushing actions, and so it feels like you're getting an inconsistent result when you can't swap like that. Makes that aspect of the controls very irritating.
It never hurts to help.
Here we go again. So I don't know how to get Granny past this gap. Unless I need her to take damage. I don't think I can interact with her when she's damaged. I need to kick her across, but I don't... Hang on, let me put Granny up there a moment. Can I... Oh, nice. Extra life. Oh, okay. If I can grab that all the time, that'd be great. I'll actually be able to figure out how this stage works. I don't know how long I can count on... I don't know how long I can count on the game having extra lives on every stage for, but... There we go. Okay, so we can transfer momentum to Granny if we're running when we kick. Which I guess I should have known, but...
It never hurts to help.
We're stuck on that screen for so long. Everything changed when the Jank Nation attacked. Bogus. Where's the barrel? I feel like if there is a Jank Nation, that's got to be my home address.
It never hurts to help.
I will say, Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers is actually a game that I feel pretty positive about. The Nintendo 64 game was, like, not great. But I think I remember liking it now more than I actually did when I played it. The Game Boy Color game, I think is pretty good. Never hurts to help proceeds to lead Grandma to her death twice in 2 minutes. Why is this not working? I don't understand why my... Oh. Hang on. Maybe I do understand.
It never hurts to help.
You got Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon free to air. I don't actually watch any broadcast or cable television, so I don't I don't ever have any significant awareness of what's available. All I watch is YouTube and DVDs. Pretty much. Sometimes Prime Video if there's a movie there that I don't have somewhere else.
It never hurts to help.
I misread that, Board Jams. But fair enough. Extremely long day for me yesterday. Left around 11 a.m. Got back around 12 a.m. Big meal was 2 huge beef hot dogs and sauerkraut. I don't know if I could eat sauerkraut. Tubi took most of the Cartoon Network rotation for streaming. I've never used Tubi either. I know of it. It seems like a lot of people like it, but I think it has ads, right? This, trying to transfer this momentum around is not fun. Oh, cool. I didn't even know there was a burger up there. Not sure if it has ads, never used it. I only have a big lineup of old cartoons I used to air on Boomerang. What am I supposed to do about this? Oh.
Kumbaya!
Feed me? Bonus level. Let's go. Never had sauerkraut until 2 weeks ago. It's extremely similar to pickles, at least the version I got. I'm not a big pickle eater. Yeah, Donkey Kong almost thwarted Grandma. I mean, I like the idea of there being, ways to access a lot of those old cartoons available out there. So if They do have them. That is good. But yeah, I don't think I've ever used Tubi just because I just assumed that it was very ad based. I don't have a lot of patience for ads. This is well, that's unfortunate. I wasn't sure what was going on because that guy didn't chase me immediately.
It never hurts to help.
Eek versus the Flying Saucers. We need 6 burgers. Granny. Granny doesn't quite look how I remember her. No, I failed the kick. Oh, and that's mandatory? So you're gonna be an elevator over here, probably? Some stairs. Okay, same difference. Well, this is gonna be brutal. I really wish that burger had been an extra life. That's Eek's girlfriend. Forget her name. Oh, we can... Okay, I can't defeat that enemy, though. We can defeat some enemies. Oh my goodness, the jumping is horrible. Granny's watched too many sci-fi movies. Sauerkraut's good with smoked meats and pierogies. Cooking it's another level. I remember when we cooked it, the whole place smelled like a fart. Some of Jelly's relatives enjoy sauerkraut. I've definitely sampled it before, but only once or twice, and it didn't immediately do anything for me. So I'm not bold enough to keep trying it. For a horrifically picky eater, which I am, I'm usually pretty good about being willing to try anything that doesn't, as long as it doesn't predominantly feature some ingredient I've already ruled out that I don't like. Oh. Oh, I see. this works differently than I had assumed. Finishing this game is going to be a long, painful journey, just like so many other games I've played. Family Dog is really rising in, like, my personal opinion of the game, just because, like, I was able to finish it so quickly. Different recipes differ. My dad used to cook one for St. Patrick's. I remember it having apples in it. Yeah, I don't remember. One of Jelly's aunts, I think, makes the sauerkraut when they have get-togethers. But I don't. I don't recall what all might be in it. Okay, this is a tube to go down? Yeah, okay. Alright, well, I mean, I'm understanding a little bit more about how the level works, at least. Is this... Okay. I think I've eliminated most of the enemies, so... We should now also have a reasonably clear path. I didn't know how long this beam was going to last, so I figured it was better to wait for the next cycle of it. I thought you were going to get hit by that laser. Definitely going to be a one-game night tonight. My apologies regarding Bart and the Space Mutants. But we are getting some Space Mutants. Uh, I say definitely. I say definitely. I'm going to walk that back because if I run out of continues, and if I run out of continues like at 12:30, then we might as well switch games. So maybe it'll be another game. I'm just not beating this. Maybe there will be time for Bart, but I'm definitely not beating this game tonight. Unless the levels suddenly inexplicably become much easier. I see no reason to hope for that. What a jump. These obstacles can be quite maddening. Oh yeah, I just drop from above. That's all we'll do. Unfortunately, damage to Eek is a very little concern. It slows us down a little bit, which, you know, time does equal health to a degree, but it's a pretty minor concern. How do I get down there? Go away, platform. Go away. Go away, platform. Go away. Wait a moment. If I have momentum... we don't get enough height out of the kick. It really looks like we should, though. I'm not convinced. We had plenty of time. This is certainly not a horrible level. So far. Oops. No! You're going the wrong way! I disagree. I disagree. Did you see how much health went away? That was not right. I'm doomed now. But no! I thought if I jumped in place, that was a
Never hurts to help.
I was just trying to amuse myself while I waited. I thought he would I assumed he would grab the ledges again. I don't know why I assumed that. Oh, that's irritating. There's another way it is like Bubsy. When you walk off a ledge, it does that. It does that annoying cartoon character has to wait to notice gravity thing. I can't stand that in video games. Does that in Bubsy and Decap Attack and now this. There's so many. There's so many games that do that. It's horrible. Every game developer that implemented that, like, walk off the ledge, wait for gravity kind of animation in a game, like, they should have to pay like an extra 30% in their taxes every year. Hey cows, welcome in. Good to have you here, cows. It's been a little while. Sorry I've been so elusive with the stream lately. I very much appreciate you joining us tonight. I hope you've been doing well. I think we'll be... You know, I hate to overpromise, but I think that we should be back into a regular, a semi-regular groove of things for a while. Still, between the two of us being busy, it has been a while. Glad to finally catch you. Thank you, cows. There's still, there's still a lot of uncertainty ahead for us, but we got some, we did get a very promising report on the IVF front earlier today, so we're feeling really good about that. And we've got one more appointment this weekend, and then we just go into sort of wait and see mode for a while.
It never hurts to help.
It's good news. It's promising news. Yeah, we things look optimistic. Not the game. That's never promising news. I'm not doing especially well on this level. This doesn't seem like such a hard level, but I'm definitely... It's very easy to make mistakes that are more costly than they feel like they should be. I'll have to go back for that burger. That's not good. I don't even think there's anywhere safe that I can put you while I get that. That's the most spectacular victory I've had in this game yet tonight. Just not falling back into that pit while I went to get that burger. That's tremendous. I'm not even sure what type of creature this lady is. Is she a pig? She's awfully pink and round. I mean, I suppose she's another cat, but she's not quite shaped the same as Eek. The ear situation and the snout are very different. She's a big pink cat. AVHS, welcome in. Good to see you. I guess so. I forgot there was another alien over here. I think we're dead. Especially if I hit the wrong buttons. I remember liking this show, but literally nothing else about it. I remember the show existing. I feel like I saw advertisements for the show more than the show itself. And in fact, I don't even know that I ever saw it. saw the actual show even once, so I can't really say if this represents the source material in any way. It's a whole game of escort missions, though. That's a bummer. I think next time I stream this game, I'm going to title the stream Ico Demake. I've never played Ico, but I understand that that's a full escort mission game. I wanna play that game sometime. Ideally sooner rather than later, because I really like the other one, Shadow of the Colossus, and I understand that they're quite different, but my interest in one still sparks the interest in the other. I kind of like the background there. Sort of rainbow sunset in the distance. I think it looks better on the CRT than it does in the capture. And sorry the capture is so washed out and horrible. That's what I had to do to make it visible, because the game itself is naturally incredibly dark. Mm, 25 streams. Hey, thank you, VHS. Very much appreciate the watch streak. And as I've said to a few people, I really appreciate the watch streaks building when I've been so horribly inconsistent with the stream. But I'm hopeful that that's gonna turn back around here pretty soon. We'll have more regular nights than irregular ones. If the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise. I don't remember if I shared this on the stream, but the creek certainly rose a couple weekends ago. Our plumbing backed up, as it has been known to do. Our plumbing backed up, and then our washing machine broke. And those were unrelated. But I think I fixed both problems. The plumbing we're familiar with. It's just whenever that happens, we need to run more tree root killer through the lines, and then it seems to clear up for several months. So we got that taken care of. And then the washing machine, I was actually able to open up and fix the washing machine all on my own. And that's unbelievable because I'm not handy. But I have to say, when I tell you the solution, it's far less impressive than it sounds, because all I did was locate a clogged filter and clean it out. That was causing the problem. But I did manage to accomplish it on my own, so Still building myself up about it. It always seems like things go wrong all at once, huh? It's like all my plumbing and appliances are conspiring together. One of the creators of this show was the designer and animator of the whammy from Press Your Luck. Big bucks, no whammies. I feel like I watched a little like a little mini documentary one time about that show. About how some guy was able to memorize the pattern of the supposedly randomized prize board and basically go on the show and win an infinite amount of money. I'm exaggerating a little bit. I only remember the vaguest details of it, but it was pretty interesting at the time. I've seen that, VHS says. It
never hurts to help.
I think he gambled it away later. Yeah, it seemed like his story didn't have an especially happy ending, as I recall. I think apologies if I'm confusing him with someone else, but didn't he kind of go out of his mind converting all of his winnings into $1 bills, trying to win like a sweepstakes where you match the serial number on a $1 bill? Yeah. Yeah, I thought I remembered that. Yeah, he cracked the code. It would swap between 5 different patterns for each rotation. They had to randomize the board after that. The appliances, some of my appliances get jealous that the other ones are getting extra attention. No, we don't have any weeping willows. We have a lot of pine trees, a lot of evergreens. I don't know if there are. I don't know if there are non-pine evergreens. They're like Christmas trees. Those are pine trees, right? Um, we have a lot of Christmas tree looking. I guess fir trees are Christmas trees, right? We have a lot of Christmas tree looking trees, but the thing is, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them growing near our sewer line. I need to finish removing them. Not that the ones that are immediately there are the only ones with roots in the area, but because I know tree roots can reach quite a long ways. If I wanted to get like every tree that could possibly have roots in our pipes, I would have to engage in some major deforestation. But there are some that grow like right there that I think eliminating them would lessen the problem. I'm just always running into every possible thing. Conifers, I think they have deep root systems, if I recall. Only solution for that is to chop the ones down near the pipes and get rid of the stumps. Yeah, yeah. And I started working on that. I took some of them down. But there's quite a few more. Yeah, they're cute when they're tiny, yep, but then they sprout up all over the place. This is a problem that this is a problem that came with the house. It's something that predates us, that's been building for a long time. Ooh, we have a raid coming in. Very nice. We can hang out a moment here. Give everyone a moment to get settled. And Dollar Phil, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I hope you had a great stream tonight. Please tell us what you were doing, my friend. I highly recommend giving Dollar Phil a follow if you haven't already, my friends. He's got an excellent stream. He's very good at some very difficult games. He's completed just about every shmup there is out there to complete, it seems like. He's conquered Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Friday the 13th, among many others. Wesley Wolf, welcome in. And Shadowplay, welcome in. Great to have you with us. Hope you're doing well, my friends. Glad to catch you on. Very grateful to have you join us. Sorry I didn't know that you were live before. I would have tried to stop in as well. But things are going pretty good for us. I have very little to complain about and very much to be grateful for. Honestly, that's pretty much always the case in life. But I certainly feel like it tonight. Do you know Echo on the Sega CD actually has checkpoints, so it's easier? I didn't know the Sega CD version had checkpoints. I believe I'd been told that the Japanese version has checkpoints that don't exist in the West. But so far as like the platform making a difference, I wasn't aware of that. It's mildly infuriating, you know, but I'm glad I suffered through the worst version of the game. So I have greater right to complain. But if I could mend the fabric of the universe so that multiple versions didn't exist, I might be tempted to do so. I was messing around with Ice Climber again. I played that the other night. I don't know if you know. You playing that game had that a little bit on my mind, so I checked it out. I didn't get very far though. I think my PB was level 7. I played it for about an hour and a half, I think. I don't love it. I'm kind of disappointed by Ice Climber. The jumping is too frustrating for me. I don't know. I mean, I'll definitely play it again at some point, but I don't know how, like, quickly or enthusiastically I'm going to go back to it. I'll be one I sample every now and then more than one that I actively play. Oh, what am I supposed to do?
It never hurts to help.
It does. It hurts. So much, Eek. So much more than you know. I'm elusive lately. I've been pretty elusive myself. So I could hardly point a finger over that. I was playing Zoid's game on the Xbox 360. Zoid's. I don't feel like I'm familiar with that. I hope it was a good time though. Doing well. Good to hear. Good to hear. I was lurking the other night, went to bed when you were playing some awful-looking dog game. Oh, Family Dog, yeah. That game is pretty bad, too, and also bad because of the jumping. The jumping in that is real frustrating. But you know what? I liked that game more than I'm liking this one. Because at least that game was over in 2 hours. I'm 2 hours into this one, and I feel like I've barely scratched the surface. Zoids was a Japanese import on the 360. I'm not very familiar with the 360 library in general. And so, yeah, definitely, if it's an import game. I see why I haven't heard of it. You can pull out some gems. This game came up in the chat while, we were, playing Family Dog, and so I was like, oh, it'd be good to play that one, because I played a dog game, now I can play a cat game, and I really wish we hadn't talked about this game now. I knew about it before. It's one of the ones I've had sitting around for a while. I actually almost played it back when we played Real Monsters. It was kind of a, like, my decision was kind of a debate between starting that game or this game, and I just happened to pull that one instead. But this was one I knew I would get to. I didn't know what the game was like. I assumed it would be a platformer. I didn't know it was going to be, oops, all escort missions. But, you know, c'est la vie. Controls are rough. I've done enough to have to commit now, Dollarfield says. You gotta do all, what is it, 32 levels? One credit every board. It emulates, but I have it on a modded 360. I don't have any modded consoles yet, but I've been thinking about modding my Dreamcast. I was looking into that a couple weeks ago, and then a bunch of stuff came up all of a sudden. And that's gone on the back burner, but not completely out of my mind. Good cat games. Stray, Little Kitty and the Big City. One Shot. Bad games of cats. This. It seems kind of like a Bubsy knockoff. Yeah, this has been compared to Bubsy a couple times, and there's a few ways in which it's like Bubsy. My immediate reaction to that was like, well, no, because this is like all escort mission, so like at a very like fundamental level, it's not like Bubsy like that, but the look is kind of the same. It has some of some of similar like annoying, quirky animations, and the physics are. The way momentum works is very similar to the way Bubsy works. So I was in error to dismiss the comparison as quickly as I did before. I'm not gonna 1cc it or anything else, probably, unless there's no continues. It seems like a brutal task to do every board in Ice Climber without continuing from the menu, but so I don't think I'm ever gonna accomplish it. It does seem to me like the way it should be done, but it also seems like an impossible task. I think the phrase Bubsy knockoff is funny. I'm trying to think, are there any games where you play as a cat that I enjoy? I mean, I enjoy playing Bubsy 3D, but the game is terrible. I don't know how to cross that gap.
It never hurts to help.
Neverill's been one sitting. Yeah, I know you can start on any level. Yeah. I kept turning it back down to 1 or yeah, 1. I don't remember if it starts at 1 or 0. I kept turning it back down to the first level every time I restarted though. Which is part of why I didn't get very far. Mario 3D World maybe, Cows says. That's alright, that's probably the best. That might be the best cat game I've played. I think that was what I was playing the first time you came to the stream, Cows. If I'm not mistaken, was 3D World. Seem to love the cat tower in Jump King because you're always falling into that area. Guilty as charged. Stray is a very good cat game. Yeah, I know a little bit of Stray. I believe I remember when it came out. And that other one I've heard of too, the Little Kitty Big City. I was trying to think of something. I was trying to think of something kind of retro. But I don't think I've got anything. Tom and Jerry, you play as the mouse, not the cat. And that game wasn't very good anyway. Stray is definitely worth the playthrough. That's the best cat power up ever. Best cat power up ever. 3D World. No, I haven't played Felix. It's been recommended to me. I haven't gotten to it, but it's come up before. I like that one. That's all I'll say. Appreciate the no spoilers. Thank you for that. Rockin' Cats had a decent score on the NES. Had a decent score for the time. The thing is, like, in video games, like, you usually are... Your protagonist is usually a hero, right? Like, you're on a quest to, like, accomplish something or, like, rescue someone or defeat some evil of some sort. And, like, the thing is, like, cats are so disinterested in doing anything that they don't make for great video game protagonists because it's not realistic that a cat is going to go out of its way to help anyone. I'm sure they've got to be like, I'm sure they've got to be like some Garfield games, right? I could find and play a Garfield game. Having owned 4 cats, the most that mine would help me, would help with is to herd me into the kitchen. I'm very much my recent cat slander aside. I'm very much a cat person. Yeah, Lion King is technically a cat, I guess. Yeah. There's that. The Lion King. How about Chester Cheetah? I didn't actually finish that game. That was pretty horrible. But we did play one night. We did play Chester Cheetah for one night. Kind of like that game. A lot of people seem to hate it. Well, we played Wild Quest, I think was the one that we played. Because I know there's another one. I don't know if they're similar or not. Because I've only tried the one. I was not impressed. I was not impressed with one night of that game. If we're talking about Chester Cheetah, unless you're talking about the Lion King. The Lion King, I don't think is awful. We played the SNES version of that on the stream. There are parts of it that are definitely like hyper annoying, but it's not like maximally terrible. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing, messing around with trying to worry about keeping that character out of the pit. We need to go around and clear out the enemies and collect the burgers before we really try to clear the level. Anyway. Video Game Historical Foundation preserved a lot of old Sega Channel games and stuff. They found some lost levels to Garfield Caught in the Act. I didn't know about that one. Talking about the Lion King. Yeah, so Lion King was a game that I had as a kid. And I could make it... I could make it up until, I think, the first level where you played as adult Simba. I don't think I ever beat that... I don't think I ever beat that level. And, like, I couldn't get there consistently. I made it there on, like, at my maximum, like, best run as a kid. But we played it on the stream, and I made it through the whole game. So I have seen it all now. But I feel like I felt pretty positively about the game. Like, I think I would have said that I liked it as a kid. But I mean, That's like, you always like the games you have, right? But I would have felt pretty positively about it, but I wouldn't say that I, like, loved it, like something like Zombies Ate My Neighbors or something like that. Which is another, like, game that I had as a kid that I never beat, and... always thought there was a good chance I might never would. It's just so crazy to, like, think about, like, what a small percentage of games that I played, or what a small percentage of games that I owned, even, that I ever actually beat as a kid. Like, it's the list of games that I beat is vanishingly small. And it's just so wild, especially considering, like, how committed I am to trying to finish everything that I ever play nowadays. And I had so much more time, and I had so much more time to spend playing games as a kid. Like, what was I doing? What was I doing with all that time that I was playing games and not beating any of them? The thing is, it's not just this level either. The whole game is escort missions. Every level's an escort mission. And this stage here doesn't seem like it should be so hard, but there's one gap I can't figure out how to cross late into the level, so I keep having to redo everything 1,000 times. I understand the general principle of how to cross it, I think, but I can't execute it. It's pretty rough. It'd be a tough game to recommend anyone else waste their time on. Alright, across the gap. I think that's it. I think that's basically going to be GG's for the level. Oh no, it's not. No, I forgot there was another thing over there. Oh, I forgot about that pipe. Oh, that's horrible. Alright, so I had already lost. If it weren't for that pipe, I remember there was a UFO over there that could damage whatever her name is. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, I knew there was a UFO over there that could still cause damage. I forgot that there was an open pipe over there that she could fall into. The cartoon is more chaotic than this. I used to watch it. I remember the cartoon being around, but I don't think I ever actually saw it myself. Starring Fox Kids' second year on the air. '93. Well, I would have been the right age range to watch it, but I guess it just probably came on opposite something I liked more. Oh no. That's right when Power Rangers was a brand new thing. I watched Power Rangers when that was pretty new. I watched it right up until about the time of the movie. I think after the movies when I stopped watching it. I was such a big fan of Power Rangers, Cows says. Yeah, I watched it. Well, like I said, I watched it right up until the movie, and I was a pretty big fan. So, I think that's going to be it for Eek for tonight. I think we'll switch to the Genesis and we'll play a little bit of Bart and the Space Mutants. And that's where we'll finish up our night. We will play this again. I'll try to make progress and hopefully eventually beat it. But I think I've had all of it I can take for now. It's pretty rough, and with our progress now lost, I think we'll try it another time. We'll probably play it next week. I'm not sure what day. I haven't really been planning the stream out too far in advance. Well, the level select wouldn't do me any good. I don't like to use like stuff like that. I just I like to play things straight through without jumping around and skipping stuff. But that's alright, we'll get it eventually. Just time and patience and practice. It doesn't seem impossible yet, it just seems frustrating. I should stream this on a weekday. Oh my Zergling. Oh, I'm a little jealous that I'm not going to be able to use that as my opening joke now. never forget the frustration of Pugsley's scavenger hunt. Oh, I know, another ocean game, right? That game was miserable too. Carried around my red Power Rangers toy with me everywhere. The only Power Rangers toys that I had were the figures that came with the McDonald's Happy Meals to promote the movie. I didn't actually have any other Power Rangers toys. Hey, Sark, welcome in. Great to have you here, my friend. I assume that you've played and badged this game for retro achievements, Sark. Would I be correct in that assumption? Oh. Compared to what you've gone through of other games, this is nothing, Cal says. Yeah, it could be so much worse. It could be and has been so much worse. The Game Boy had passwords, but the more advanced SNES cart didn't? Rude. This is also by the devs that would later make the awful PlayStation 1 game Cheesy. I don't think I've ever heard of Cheesy. No, it just got a set like a week ago, though. So, eventually. What a great time! What a great time to have the queue what a great time to have the queue closed, right? Oh. Hey, FEPin, welcome in. This isn't Jump King. It's kind of similar. There's a lot of falling. I saw Cheesy, the final boss. Man, Scheming Miner says. ABC had Sonic. I think Disney afternoon shows like Bonkers and Goof Troop. I remember all three of those, but never really watched any of them. I don't know what I watched. It seems like I missed every cartoon that was around when I was a kid. I don't know what I was spending all my time with. All right, just a moment, my friends. I'm actually gonna switch. We're gonna come back to this game another night, but we're gonna spend a little bit of time over on the Genesis with The Simpsons. So give me just a second. I'll be right back with you.